Public Broadcasting presents the 2004 Georgia High School Association's Football Semifinals. Funding for this program is provided in part by Georgia Electric Membership Corporations, IBEW Local 613, South Trust Bank, Georgia's Dodge Dealers, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, State Farm, Huddle House, and by viewers like you. Live from the Georgia Dome, it's the AAA football semifinal featuring the Washington County Golden Hawks at 11-2 against the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes, coming in at 9-4 on this holiday weekend. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Yesterday, feasted on food. Today, you get a chance to feast on football. I'm Jim Giannacchio along with Mark Lassiter. Mark, two great football teams, game 3 of 10 in our two-day span here at the Georgia Dome, and some great players to be showcased.
Some outstanding players. First on Washington County, a team with an explosive ground game. If you can consider one player as Mr. Dynamite, it would be Tyree Burnett. Comes to this game with a gaudy 9.2-yard average, but he's a player who's very difficult to tackle and who's described by head coach Rick Tomlin as the best running back in the state.
You also have Braswell on offense for the Golden Hawks.
Donta Braswell comes in averaging 9.3 yards per carry, 18 touchdowns, so he's really the designated scorer for this Washington County team. He's the player they want to give the ball to when they get in the red zone.
Well, earlier we had a chance to catch up with head coach Rick Tomlin.
We run the goal rush offense. We believe in running the football and rattling those chains and ball control. Now, we'll take our shots. Take our shots in the passing game, but we hope we can establish the run, keep their offense off the field, and wear them out a little bit. Defensively, we run a multiple 8-man front. We don't gamble an awful lot. We put a real premium on our art, alignment, responsibility, technique, and we hope our guys will get around the ball and get there in a hostile mood.
Head coach Rick Tomlin. Now on the other side of the ball, Cartersville comes in and they have some outstanding players as well.
Outstanding players. They have a huge offensive line. Their challenge is to see if they can move some out of the Washington County front line. Raymond Nesbitt, player with a 4.6-yard average. He's going to be a player that's going to be a key for the Cartersville backfield. Also, he's going to be joined on defense by Chris Cochran. He's a linebacker. 5'9", 250. So he's the cannonball. He's not one of those linebackers that plays that hit and shed technique, but he's the player that uses speed and quickness to get in on tackles. Chris Cochran is going to be a player to watch on that defense.
And earlier we had a chance to catch up with head coach Frank Barton.
Offensively, we base out of the wing tee, and we run multiple sets, and we'll run some I formation plays also, but try to mix up the run and the pass, and you know, again, we just basically base out of the wing tee. Defensively, we're a shade 50 team. We are based out of the 4-3, and we'll shade and run a 5-man front some. But, you know, just basically like everybody else, try to stop the run and make sure that we can, you know, help with the pass a little bit.
Frank Barton, 9th year at Cartersville. Let's go downstairs now to the man who will be up and down the sidelines, Gerald Oliveri. Hello, Gerald.
Hey, Jim. Everything's going great down here. There's a lot of excitement, and that's the exact reason why head coach Tomlin wanted his team to stick to their routine as much as possible. He wanted them to sleep in their own beds, not in a hotel, and get up and eat breakfast the same way they normally do, because he felt that if they just calmed down and did things the way they normally did, they would play relaxed. Now, on the other side, Frank Barton actually had his team practice at McEachin so they could get ready for the field turf. He also told his team before the game that the excitement is great, but when you cross that white line, just concentrate and play football. And Jim, that's exactly what we're getting ready to do.
Looking forward to it, Gerald. It's the Golden Hawks of Washington County and the Purple Hurricanes of Cartersville. The AAA football semifinal next on GPP.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's go.
And welcome back to the Georgia Dome for the AAA football semifinal. Washington County and Cartersville. You see the records for the Golden Hawks come in at 11-2. Cartersville with the most losses of any of the 10 teams participating here at the Georgia Dome. They're 9-4.
It's an interesting contest in the two teams, Jim. Washington County actually started out the blocks kind of slow, and Rick Tomlin commented about their very demanding community, saying that when we lose around here, it's silly. It's really silly. It's like a death in the family when they lose. But Washington County was able to right the ship, put together a winning streak, and finish the season strong. And here they are back in the playoffs once again.
Isn't it amazing how Coach Tomlin gets everybody fired up? I mean, because when you really look at it, the way this season started, I mean, before the season started, you had 18 starters from last year's team gone to graduation, and then they open up the season with a loss to Hawkinsville. So, I mean, how do you recover from something like that?
Remember the name Stacy Walls? 1,300 yards. How do you replace that? But they come in with an encore led by their two backs, Donta Braswell, that we talked about at the beginning of the game, really filled in quite nicely, and this Washington County team really just reloaded, and as the season progressed, they were able to get that running game going.
Cartersville, on the other hand, Coach Barden was saying how, you know, all year long they've been overlooked because, you know, with the 4 losses coming into the playoffs, they're like, well, this team's got 4 losses, and they're not handling them quite like they would handle like a Parkview or somebody like that. But here they are with 4 losses coming into the Dome, and they're surprising everybody.
Once again, another team that finished strong. Now, the key to this game, we alluded to it at the top of the broadcast, Jim, is going to be whether the Cartersville offensive line can handle Washington County. They're led up front. Smith and Gilbert at left tackle and right guard are going to be key to see if they can get that running game off track.
A lot of work has gone into both football teams as they prepared for the playoffs, the regular season, now the semifinals. I mean, this is what it's all about, Mark, as we move forward. And we were talking to Coach Tomlin, and he was saying, you know, this team's practiced 86 times this year as Cartersville takes the field. But they've had 86 times this season leading up to Friday that they, you know, had practices. And yet fatigue is no factor with these guys because they're well trained, and of course, you know, when it comes to endurance, these guys are the best.
They're also familiar with this Georgia Dome turf. This is the 6th time that Washington County has returned to the Georgia Dome, and the drill sergeant, Rick Tomlin, out of Florida State, 148 wins, only 26 defeats at Washington County. He's 35-11 in the playoffs. And as you mentioned, they haven't had a day off since July 19th, so they put in the extra hours to get that team disciplined in order.
So the team from Sandersville, how did they actually get to the Georgia Dome? Well, here is the road to the semifinals. Of course, they beat Troop 34-17, shut out Westover 21-0. And of course, that big victory last week against North Hall, 14-7 at North Hall.
North Hall, that was quite a challenge for them. Again, they weren't able to get the running game off track, but in the second half of that game, they really came on strong.
And here's Cartersville road to the Dome. They beat Hart County 34-14, had a close one against Westminster, and then beat the Shaw Raiders 26-22 in the quarterfinal. So we are about to get this one underway under the big top from downtown Atlanta. The AAA football semifinal. Trent Dittmer will kick it off. There he is, number 6 for Cartersville. And back deep is Tyree Burnett. And we are going to be saying Burnett's name a lot today. He takes it at the 10, after 20, 25. Burnett, quick move outside 30. And is finally brought down by a bunch of Canes right near the 32, let's say 33-yard line, and that's where the offense will go to work, 1st and 10.
Already you can see what makes Tyree Burnett special. Just that slight peek with the shoulder pads got him going to the near sideline.
Almetrix Robinson is your quarterback. Coach Tomlin giving him final instructions as he takes the field as the QB of the Golden Hawks. Robinson is 6'3", 200, a senior quarterback, and a good one at that, Mark. 1st and 10, we'll call it the 32-yard line. And the handoff, and just before the handoff, we have a whistle.
One would expect that Washington County may feel a little bit of the Dome jitters, I should say. Cartersville.
Red ball, false start on the offense.
And there are your referees for the game. Dexter Odom making the call right there. And so it'll be 1st down all over again for Washington County. 1st and 15 now for the Golden Hawks. There you see both coaches.
Rick Tomlin with the buzz cut. He's the drill sergeant.
So first and 15 at the 28. And the pitch back, and this is Burnett breaking loose. Crosses over the 40-yard line and brought down by number 21, Terrell Johnson.
You want to keep an eye on the players that'll be key to today's game. Just watch number 5, Tyree Burnett. As we mentioned, followed up his 2003 where he had 1,068 yards with 1,796 this year.
Offensively, this is the way they stack up for Washington County. Bryant, Walker, Helton, Jenkins, and Usry on the line. And in the back and wide receivers is Haynes, Moment, Burnett, Taylor, and of course, Robinson is your quarterback. 2nd and 3 for the Golden Hawks. And the handoff, here it is, Burnett again, 45. Burnett breaking loose across midfield and gets to about the 48-yard line of Cartersville. Stopped by number 48, Luke Pye.
Key block thrown inside by number 88, Keith Baldwin, listed as a tight end. Ground level, Burnett coming right into your living room, a jab step to the middle, and he's clear sailing.
So it's 1st and 10 for Washington County. They mark it at the 49 of Cartersville. We are inside the first 2 minutes of play here at the Georgia Dome. There you see some numbers against North Hall for Tyree Burnett, 164 rushing and a pair of touchdowns. And the handoff up the middle, and that's Cardinal Coleman. He's the sophomore, stands 6'1", 210. We'll get a couple of calls today as well on offensively.
Jim, one thing you notice right off the top is the offensive line for Washington County coming off the ball in sync. The last play, the 2 guards just came down the line of scrimmage. Perfect tandem.
Here's how they line up the front 4 for Cartersville. Thomas, Benham, Pye, and Fair. And then your linebackers are Houston, Knaps, and watch out for Cochran. He's a key player there. And then defensively in the back, you see the cornerbacks and the defensive ends. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5 for Washington County. And the handoff goes to Coleman again, and Coleman is stopped cold right at the line of scrimmage by number 21, Terrell Johnson, and a host of Hurricanes.
Another name you'll be hearing a lot this afternoon, Terrell Johnson. He's actually a quadruple threat. He's a runner, receiver, defensive back, and a punt returner.
A jack of all trades. You'd like to have those on your football team. There's Terrell Johnson, 124 tackles this season, and 4 INTs to boot. 3rd and 2 for the Golden Hawks. Robinson, handoff, Burnett, goes over left side, 35, 30. Burnett, as he pushed, no, he goes the distance. Tyree Burnett, I thought he stepped down at the 20, but he went the distance. That's a touchdown for Tyree Burnett. 41-yard touchdown run by Tyree Burnett, and Washington County is on the board.
Rarely will you see a combination of strength and balance as Burnett took the shot on the sideline, as you mentioned, right about the 22-yard line, planted with his left foot, kept his balance, and just trucked down the sideline for the first score.
So Burnett puts 6 on the board, and Jamie Roundtree, the junior place kicker, comes in to make it 7-0 for Washington County. Straight on. And Roundtree's kick is up, and it is good. So the boys from Sandersville make the trip north to the Georgia Dome, and they hit the scoreboard first. Washington County leads it 7-0. Here's a shot at Tyree Burnett, and here's your scoring play.
Burnett had 150 of his 213 yards in the second half against Troup County. Watch him shed tackles, and down the sideline, 2 players had a shot at him from Cartersville. Burnett kept his head up all the way into the end zone.
What's amazing is he kept his head up, but he also kept his feet in bounds.
Great balance. Actually did an excellent job of holding onto the ball, had it on the inside hand, just put his head down, as you mentioned, Jim, all the way for the score.
So the Golden Hawks, in just under 3 minutes time, have the first lead.
He's a senior. 9.2 yard average, 5'11", 175, which is interesting that he has that much strength at that lightweight.
And there's your scoring drive. 4 plays, 60 yards, of course, capped off by the big run by Tyree Burnett, a 41-yard touchdown run. And they ate up 2:51 on the clock on the drive. Well, now Frank Barton's got to pull some tricks out of the old hat.
Barton wants to really get his ground game going to answer, if he can, that Washington County first offensive drive. 9:09 already in the first quarter. Washington County's on the scoreboard.
All right, Jamie Roundtree set to kick it off for Washington County. Back deep is number 9, Brandon Houston. And fielding this one for Cartersville is number 23, Ty Davis, the sophomore. And Davis is stopped cold just over the 15-yard line. Good defensive play by the Washington County special teams. And there you see the quarterback, Lyle Allen, the sophomore, for Cartersville. Allen has completed 50% of his passes this year for Cartersville. And here they are, 1st and 10 at the 16. And the handoff goes to Ramon Nesbitt. And Nesbitt crosses over the 20, pick up about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Cartersville with a 2-back set, trying to get Nesbitt off early. He's the key player, another number 5 for Cartersville, the Purple Hurricanes. They had some interesting T-shirts coming in.
First, excuse me, Mark, here's your offensive lineup. It's Gilbert, Farr, Morris, Sharp, and Barnes at center. And then it's Knaps at running back and Nesbitt, along with Barnes and Johnson at the wideouts. And, of course, Allen is your quarterback for Cartersville. 2nd and 5, and the handoff to Ramon Nesbitt. And Nesbitt clears the 30 over the 35 to the 37-yard line.
Looks like Nesbitt is going to be playing a little bit of can you top this with the running backs of Washington County. Talking about those T-shirts being worn by the Cartersville supporters, they said hurricane warning for the Georgia Dome today, as you get a ground level look at the last run and the elusiveness, the running back for Cartersville.
Good defensive play by Braswell and Bloodsaw for Washington County. 1st and 10 for Cartersville at the 37. And the handoff goes to Nesbitt again, and Nesbitt crosses over the 40 to about the 42-yard line. We call it the 41. Stopped by number 72, Eric Bryant.
Early indications are that Cartersville is going to be favoring running to the right.
And here's the way Washington County lines up on defense. There you see the big 4, Bryant, Brown, Swint, and Burnett. And the linebackers are Bloodsaw, Braswell, Coleman, and Haynes. And back deep are Taylor Gordy and Tyree Burnett, who plays, of course, on both sides of the ball. Handoff. And this is Nesbitt again. And Nesbitt gets out to about the 48-yard line. Good play by Cardinal Coleman to trip him up.
Interesting contrast in the two running backs. Nesbitt has that smooth acceleration, gets to the line of scrimmage, and is really doesn't give you the idea that he's exerting that much energy, but he gets to the line of scrimmage so fast, picks up a quick first down.
So 1st and 10 for Cartersville. They're moving the ball here on offense their first time down the field. At the 49-yard line, Lyle Allen. And the handoff, it's Nesbitt again. Nesbitt crosses over midfield. Gets to about the 45.
Nesbitt doing an excellent job of working up the block of Lance Helton. Again, running right, cutting back, and picking up a sizable gain on first down, bring up that 2nd and short. Watch number 65 pull, throw the block, nice chip block. Didn't get all of it, but just enough to get the running back into space. Another running play inside by Cartersville, seeming to be favoring the right side of the offensive line, only coming up about a yard short of another first down.
Brings up a 3rd and 1 for you. For Cartersville at the 42. And Nesbitt again. Nesbitt crosses over the 40 to about the 38.
Excellent block up front by Terrell Johnson, the lead back for Cartersville, allowing Nesbitt to pick up enough for the first down. Now this drive for Cartersville is not as gaudy as the first drive for Washington County, but they're managing to burn clock and getting their offensive line in sync, which is what they want to do exactly on this first drive.
Another 1st and 10 for the Canes. And the handoff is to Naps. Picks up maybe a yard.
It'll be interesting to see, Jim, Washington County's defensive front. They're keeping their linebackers ever so much closer to the line of scrimmage as Washington County has yet, well, I should say Cartersville has yet to attempt a pass play on this drive, really trying to use their running backs, getting them into space. Here's Rick Tomberlin.
Second and 10 for the Canes. And here's Nesbitt again over left tackle and gets to about the 36-yard line, stopped by Donta Braswell and Cardinal Coleman.
Thing you also notice about Nesbitt early is that he does an excellent job of reading the line of scrimmage, looking for blocks, picking his way, showing the patience. When he sees space, that's when he accelerates, but that time just cruised along the line of scrimmage, picked up a couple of yards just on a short run.
3rd and 7 now for the Hurricanes. There's Allen. And he drops back looking for his first pass completion and incomplete. Intended for number 22, Barrett Naps.
Naps took a shot right at the 15-yard line and is still down. Was hit below the waist. Got a rise from the crowd. The trainers are coming from the sideline. Naps trying to go over the middle. Ball delivered in the area. Watch him extend and take the shot right in the midsection. Hopefully it's just a case of having the wind knocked out of him, as you can see that blow being delivered right there. As Naps is being attended to, the entire offensive unit for Cartersville comes to the near sideline, talk to their coaching staff.
So bring up a 4th and 7.
I always get a kick, Jim, out of players that receive the recognition during the season in the form of some type of decal on the helmet, as Naps is up and coming to the inner sideline. But those players that have the decals, sometimes you get players that have one side decals. You get players with 2 sides of decals. Naps has 2 sides of decals.
And he's got that thing covered. Look at that. Good to see Naps get up on his own power there. So 4th and 7, and Trent Dittmer's here in the ball game to punt it away for Cartersville. Dittmer is the place kicker, and he's also the punter. Euless Taylor is back deep for Washington County.
Taylor lined up inside his 10-yard line. It'll be an interesting decision if this ball is punted inside the 10.
And we got a whistle downstairs. This one's going to go against Cartersville.
Delay of game on the offense remains 4th down.
Okay, so now Dittmer moves back 5 yards. They'll punt it. And this one is angled towards the sideline. And looks like it's going to be marked out right around the 19-yard line. That's where Waco will take over 1st and 10.
Not exactly what Dittmer wanted on that last punt, Jim. Seemed to hang it a little bit short as he's trying to get inside the 20-yard line. The angle was just a bit off. But as it stands, we've turned now to a bit of a game of field position as Cartersville will hopefully get its defense to pin Washington County on this end of the field.
As far as the semifinals at the Georgia Dome, well, since we've started these semifinals back in the 90s, Lincoln County and Washington County have been here the most, playing the most games since 1992, and that's 6 games. Here's Tyree Burnett, breaks loose. He gets to about the 34-yard line. That's a 1st down, stopped by A.T. Barnes.
Burnett has so much speed that he can just use the angle and get to the sideline. As he gets to the sideline, watch him change hands with the ball, something he didn't do on the previous last run, to get the ball to the outside hand away from the tackler and to the sideline.
So 1st and 10 for Washington County. marked at the 34-yard line. Almetrix Robinson, the senior quarterback, and the handoff goes to Cardinal Coleman. Coleman picks up a couple. Under 4 minutes to go, first quarter.
Waco is a well-conditioned team. This team has prepared every day in practice so they can finish games strong. As they've shown during the playoffs, if you can't stay with them early, they have a tendency to really dominate in the third and fourth quarter.
2nd and 8 for the Golden Hawks at the 37. Good shot of Robinson there. And the handoff to Burnett, and Burnett crosses over the 45. Another great move by Tyree Burnett. Stopped by number 23, Ty Davis.
Once again, another key block thrown up front by number 65, Lance Helton, the offensive lineman for Washington County. See if you can pick out number 65, just truck, man, on the left side of the screen, allowing another first down run. It's getting a bit redundant with Mr. Burnett.
As we said at the top of the broadcast, you can expect a lot from him today. Tyree Burnett, there you see his numbers, 5 rushes, 89 yards already, and a touchdown. Of course, the 41-yard touchdown giving Washington County the 7-0 lead, and now we have a whistle. This one's going to be walked backwards against Washington County.
Jimmy, you sitting down?
Dead ball, false start on the offense.
And there you see Dexter Odom is your referee. Then it's John Austin, your umpire. Linesman is Joe Hightower. Line judge Sammy Long, back judge Kevin Mitchell, and field judge Dennis Patterson from the Georgia Football Association. So it's good to see those guys doing their job as well here on the day after Thanksgiving at the Georgia Dome. Tyree Burnett on the loose again, this time brought down by number 4, Chris Cochran. Good play by Cochran.
Also excellent penetration by Terrell Johnson, the wide receiver / defensive back for Cartersville, into the backfield. But I was asking if you were sitting down. Let's talk about Takeo Spikes, Robert Edwards, and Terrence Edwards, 3 backs that precede the running back for Washington County, Tyree Burnett.
And there's Coach Tomlin, his 13th year at Washington County. You mentioned 3 great football players, and of course during those years, Washington County won championships in 94, 96, and 97. A lot of celebrating going down in Centerville in the mid to late 90s. Handoff goes to number 25, Dante Braswell, and Braswell fights his way down into Cartersville territory and is finally knocked out of bounds by 2 or 3 of the Hurricanes. Good run by Dante Braswell.
Braswell had 1,068 yards for the season, showed a lot of fight once he got to the sideline. I thought it might have been a bit of a high hit as the tackler was right around his face mask. But as it brings up a 3rd and short, Braswell shows why Washington County is so tough with that 1-2 punch.
Just over 2 minutes to go in the first quarter of the AAA semifinal. 3rd and 3. Robinson pitches, Burnett, right side, fighting for that first down. Might have had it on second effort. Tackled by Ty Davis and Darius Benham.
One of the opposing coaches during the playoffs described Burnett as being hard to get your hands on him. That time on the last run, that looks like he'll be just enough for a first down. Watch the strength as he feels contact on the sideline from his own man, keeps his legs moving, and pushes ahead close to the first down.
And they are that short. So 4th and 1 at the 45. Do you go for it, Mark?
I think this is one of those positions that you look at Dante Braswell as the alternate back, setting up Burnett as the decoy.
There you see Coach Barden on the sidelines, looking for a way to get some points on the board against this tough Golden Hawk defense.
Always interesting how teams reflect the personalities of their coaches. Both of these coaches very businesslike in their demeanor.
4th and 1 for Washington County. Robinson quarterback sneak, and I think he's got it.
Washington County got a push, but it wasn't a big push. But it may be just enough to pick up the first down as they sort it out. Looks like they will have a first down. Let's check the mark. Wait a minute. Another measurement.
This one's going to be close.
Now, it's interesting where that pile was. Here's the push. It's one of those second surge efforts by the quarterback, Robinson, as you called, but the spot may have not been as generous as we originally thought, and it's going to be short.
So Cartersville takes over on downs. Coach Barden's defense holds Washington County.
Exactly what the Purple Hurricanes wanted on a tough second offensive series by Washington County.
So the Purple Hurricanes offense goes back to work, led by that guy, Lyle Allen, number 14. First and 10 at the 45-yard line. And a handoff to Nesbitt, and Nesbitt stopped at the line of scrimmage by number 45, Rico Burnett.
That's one of the best short runs you'll see for no gain ever. Burnett made two outstanding moves, didn't pick up anything, but shows a flash of why he's the outstanding back for Cartersville. Watch the jab step, takes the handoff, first move, second move, plants, tries to get inside, but nothing doing as his offensive line wasn't able to get space.
So it's 2nd and 10 for the Purple Hurricanes. Allen, one-step drop, passes right side. That's Jeremy Trimble, and Trimble gets to about the 50-yard line. Stopped by number 25, Dante Braswell.
Cartersville will be well served to try to open up the passing game, that time with the simple flanker screen, pick up 5 yards.
Here it is again.
Ground level shot, nothing fancy. Get it to the wide receiver and see if he can create space. Excellent tackle by number 25 of Washington County, Dante Braswell.
Allen rolls left, has a receiver downfield, decides to take off, crosses the 40 and gets down to about the 39-yard line. Good run by quarterback Lyle Allen. Stopped by number 9, Euless Taylor, and number 25, Dante Braswell.
Cartersville now trying to get a little bit more to the sidelines, Jim. Excellent ball fake to the inside. The quarterback reading off the receivers downfield. Now, one of the receivers for Cartersville, Chris McClendon, would have been better served once his quarterback cleared the line of scrimmage to just turn around and try to throw a block. He was turning and facing his quarterback as if he could still receive a pass.
And there you see, that's the end of the first quarter from the Georgia Dome. We'll take a timeout. Washington County has the lead over Cartersville, 7-0. Back here at the Georgia Dome, Washington County leads it 7-0 over Cartersville.
Done exactly what they wanted to do on this drive. Picked up a few first downs. The challenge is to see if they can keep the rhythm going as they get closer to the red zone early in this second quarter.
So 1st and 10, there you see the rushing yards for the first quarter. Washington County 114, Cartersville 60. And trying to pick up some more here on this drive. Allen with the handoff to Nesbitt. Nesbitt tries to turn the corner and is brought down by number 25, Dante Braswell. Good play by Braswell.
Washington County starting, Jim, to get a little bit of a push up front, led by number 75, Joseph Gilbert, the offensive lineman. Their offensive line really has a challenge handling a very quick and very deep black shirt defense.
So Braswell made 34 tackles during the regular season. 2nd and 7 for Cartersville. One wide out to the left. 2 setbacks and the handoff. It goes to Chris McClendon. His first carry of the day. And the junior maybe picks up a couple.
Sometimes you put an inexperienced player into the lineup. McClendon, juking along the line of scrimmage, really wasn't very decisive on the last run. Takes the handoff inside, decides to cut it up into the middle, but excellent penetration by Washington County stopped the last run.
So that brings up a third down for Cartersville. 3rd and 7. One wide out to the left, one set back, and the handoff, no fake handoff, and now Allen looks left side, has a man, that's McClendon. McClendon gets over the 30 and is brought down by number 19, Josh Gordy, and also number 25, Dante Braswell.
From the look of the spot, Jim, it will be enough for a first down for Cartersville. As you look at the ball fake and the delivery to the sideline, watch the receiver turn upfield as soon as he makes the reception and pick up about 4 to 5 extra yards.
And that extra effort did it.
Always that rack, that run after the catch, which coaches love to see. The additional yardage those receivers fight for.
So it's a 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line for Cartersville. Allen in the shotgun and the handoff to Nesbitt, and Nesbitt is caught in the backfield. He's stopped by number 56, John Brown.
So far, Washington County playing a very aggressive style of defense up front. They're actually trying to get their players, especially the defensive ends, peering into the backfield, not really holding position, but trying to take over the line of scrimmage.
There's John Brown's numbers on the year. 29 tackles and 2 quarterback sacks. 2nd and 11, they lost a yard on the play. 2 wide outs to the right. Allen drops back, looks downfield, fires, has a man. That is Terrell Johnson. And Johnson gets down to near the 10-yard line. Big play for Cartersville. Stopped by number 37, Alfonso Holmes.
Give Terrell Johnson 2 decals for 1, getting to space beyond the linebackers, and 2, facing his quarterback, making an excellent catch over the head. The ball fake, watch the catch in space and turning upfield.
Good play by Johnson. 1st and 10, Cartersville. At the 11. Handoff Nesbitt. Nesbitt powers his way through and is finally brought down by a number of defenders from Washington County. It's Dante Braswell, Alfonso Holmes, and Cardell Coleman on the stop.
Nesbitt picking his way inside. Jim brushed off the block of his offensive lineman. Jamie Farr was trying to create space, but every play is a positive one for Cartersville on this drive. Nice shot ground level as you see the surge of the offensive line for Cartersville.
So the ball is on the 8-yard line. Cartersville keeping the drive alive. Allen fake, looks over the middle, it's intercepted. Intercepted by Josh Gordy.
Bye, baby.
Is at the 50, the 40, and Gordy's going to go the distance. A 92-yard return for a touchdown off the interception by Josh Gordy, and Washington County leads it 13-0.
Lyle Allen had it working, but made the mistake of throwing into double, if not triple coverage, right at the goal line. And Washington County shows why its defense is ranked among one of the best in the state. The aggressiveness and the speed, the turnovers they've used all season long.
What a play by Josh Gordy, a 100-yard interception return. Of course, Cartersville had it at the 8-yard line. He picked it off at the goal line and went the distance, 100 yards. And now Jimmy Roundtree in to attempt the point after. And the kick is good. 14-0 Golden Hawks because of that man right there.
Gordy, number 19, plays it absolutely perfectly. The quarterback with the ball fake. Gordy steps in front of the receiver for Cartersville, A.T. Barnes, antenna receiver, and just says, see you later, guys. I got to go and score a touchdown.
And, you know, for him, I mean, that's nothing new. He's already had 4 interceptions this postseason, so make it 5 on the postseason.
The speed and the gait of a track man all the way down the sideline.
Josh Gordy, the senior, stands at 5'11", 180, right place at the right time on that one.
Track coaches talk about players opening up, Jim. You could see him open up and eat up 5 yards with just 2 strides.
He looks like he's ready to run again. He's not even huffing and puffing. I mean, these guys are in shape down in Washington County.
That's what they pride themselves on, the work ethic, the nonstop work.
All right, let's go downstairs to Gerald Oliveri. Gerald.
Hey, Jim, Gordy just had that interception, and he's been coming on as of late. He switched to the safety position from the cornerback position about midway through the season, and it took him a while to learn the position, but as you can see, he's come on as of late. In the last 4 games, he's had 5 interceptions, including 1 return for a touchdown. Now, he was awarded the Golden Hawk, which is for somebody who exemplifies what the program is about, and as you can see, his leadership and confidence has helped the team progress. Back up to you, Jim.
All right, thanks, Gerald. So, Jamie Roundtree will kick it off for Washington County, and back deep to receive is Ty Davis. Davis takes it at the 10. Davis is the fumble on the play. Davis lost the football, loose football, and I think Washington County, nope, they're going to say Cartersville picked it up. Davis lost it at about the 14-yard line. But some alert Cartersville players picked up the loose ball, and it looked like Brandon Houston is the one that picked up the loose ball, number 9. Here's the fumble right there. And there's Houston coming into your picture, number 9.
Jim, I know you remember the song Pick Up the Pieces. The challenge for Cartersville after that great drive that led to the turnovers is if they can pick up the pieces and put together another drive and not hang their heads.
Cartersville starting back deep in their own territory. 1st and 10. Allen hands off to Nesbitt. Nesbitt turns the corner and gets to about the 12, maybe 13-yard line. Stopped by number 25, Donta Braswell, and number 19, Josh Gordy.
Excellent pursuit along the left side of the Washington County line. Also give a little bit of half credit to Adam Watts, number 13, that got a helmet in on that tackle.
And here it is again, coming right at you.
The pursuit along the line of scrimmage is the key. Washington County's speed enough to control the line of scrimmage.
That's Donta Braswell, the linebacker, also fullback for the Washington County Golden Hawks. Allen, one-step drop, fires, has a receiver. That's Terrell Johnson, and Johnson gets out to about the 25-yard line. Good pitch and catch.
Excellent.
For the Canes.
Blocked by Barrett Knaps, the player that was injured in the first quarter. Did an excellent job of clearing space, allowing Cartersville to pick up another first down.
There you see Allen. Allen's wearing a towel that was given to him by his brother about 3 to 4 weeks ago, before his brother had to take off for Iraq last month. So wearing that towel on behalf of his brother for the rest of the football season. And here's the handoff to Raymond Nesbitt. Nesbitt picks up a couple. Under 7 minutes to go, second quarter from the Georgia Dome.
Although he didn't make the tackle, number 37, Alfonso Holmes for Washington County, really disrupted the rhythm of that last running play, forcing it back to the other side and allowing his teammates to clean up.
Brings up a 2nd and 9 for Cartersville at the 26. 2 wideouts to the right, one set back, and Nesbitt is in the backfield. Nesbitt. And stopped by Tony Bloodsaw.
Another thing you notice about this Washington County defense, Jim, they're incredibly strong. Cartersville is actually getting some pretty good blocks, but they're just not able to create space and move players. It's almost like a standoff. They're getting to the line of scrimmage, making contact, but they're not able to really control players or turn them away from the line of scrimmage in the direction that they want.
Saw big number 72, Eric Bryan. He's a senior. Stands 6'4", 250 for the Golden Hawks. Good shot of Allen on offense. 3rd and 7. Allen rolls right, looks for a receiver, fires, and has one near the sidelines. And that's Jeremy Trimble, and Trimble makes his first catch of the day.
That's a tough throw for the quarterback, Lyle Allen, rolling to his right and throwing to his right. The left-hander, awkward motion. Watch him roll. He doesn't set his feet, but he has enough arm strength to get the ball to the sideline fairly accurately right before the receiver steps out.
Good play by Trimble. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. toss. That's Johnson. Johnson near midfield. Loose
Fumble.
ball. And it looks like he held on. Good run by Terrell Johnson.
The entire Cartersville sideline had to be holding their breath collectively after an excellent run and the fumble, ground level shot, carrying the ball a little loosely. There's the ball coming out, and actually two players from Washington County had a shot at it. Number 13, Adam Watts, was right there, but fortunately for Cartersville, they're able to recover.
Good shot by our crew. Here's the handoff. Terrell Johnson in the backfield, and he's stuck. Washington County had that one read all the way. Good defensive plays by Alfonso Holmes and 2 or 3 other Golden Hawks.
Well, let's give a star to Quentin Nelson of Washington County, number 73, makes penetration right there. Running back trying to free his ankle, but the other players for Washington County are so quick in their pursuit, no place to run.
2nd and 15 for the Canes at the 44. Allen, 3-step drop, fires right side, and that's Trimble again. Trimble comes up with a big catch near midfield.
Trimble did an excellent job just to hold on to that last delivery, a 3rd and long. Cartersville has a very curious play call as the clock running down in the 2nd quarter.
That's what it sounds like down on field level. Good play by Tyree Burnett. Under 4 minutes to go till halftime. There you see Allen's numbers on the day, 6 of 8 for 54 yards and a touchdown. Here's Allen, and he's sacked in the backfield. Big number 73, Quentin Nelson. And we got a little celebration going on for Quentin Nelson.
6'2", 260. Nelson on the last 2 plays demonstrating why and how he can dominate. Watch number 73 just dominate and close with the speed of a running back.
He gets him right from behind. I mentioned Allen had a touchdown pass. That's why it was interception. Dittmer to punt it away. That's Euless Taylor fielding it at the 22 and brought down right away by the Canes. It's viewers like you that help make great local programs like these GHSA football games possible on Georgia Public Broadcasting. To show your support, simply visit our website at www.gpb.org. It's totally secure, simple to use, and takes just 2 minutes. And thank you for supporting Georgia Public Broadcasting. Good time on this holiday weekend here at the Georgia Dome. 10 games in 39 hours. A lot of fun here on GPB. And the pitch to Tyree Burnett. And Burnett stopped immediately by Terrell Johnson, the junior. And the clock continues to run, coming up on 2.5 minutes to go till halftime. And of course, at halftime, we'll have the bands of both schools to entertain us. 2nd and 9 for the Golden Hawks. And the handoff is Burnett again, and I think the Canes are getting used to this drill now.
They're sneaking their linebackers just a hair closer to the line of scrimmage, but I'm still impressed with the quality of blocks being thrown up front by Washington County. In the last play, you can see number 60, Tarek Walker, just truck. And that's a player term that they use, truck, the man responsible for covering on that side of the field.
You saw Chris Cochran. Look at these helmets, the hits that they take during a football game. It's incredible. The entire season, and they get marked up pretty bad, Mark.
Nothing worse than having a clean helmet.
3rd and 9. And the handoff to Burnett. And Burnett is trying to break loose, cannot, and is brought down at the 25-yard line by linebacker Chris Cochran. And so the Golden Hawks will have to punt it away.
Excellent surge up front by Cartersville, really cheating the defensive ends into the backfield and wrapping up one of the rare times this afternoon. Tyree Burnett.
And timeout Cartersville. There's Coach Barden.
Hands on them, hands inside, drive them out. Hey, let's go. Gaines on 3, let's go. Gaines, 1, 2, 3. Come on, wedge, cover the slots, cover the slots.
Cover their slots.
Nothing like being down on ground level.
Coach Tomberlin and the Hawks planning it around for the last minute and 31.
I know you remember the 1939 thriller, Island of Lost Souls. Coach Rick Tomberlin refers to their home field as the House of Pain.
The House of Pain.
One of your favorite actors, Charles Lawton, starred in that movie. It's a great movie.
All right. 4th and 7 for the Washington County Golden Hawks. This is Dante Braswell to kick it away. Back deep is Terrell Johnson. Johnson fields it at the 31. Johnson crosses over the 35 to the 40 and is brought down near the 40-yard line.
Going to get an illegal block being thrown by Darius Benham, Cartersville, which will add to the field position.
Blocking the back on the return team. First down.
Here's your play again.
There's the block right in the middle of your screen. Close to a minute to go in the second quarter. Wouldn't be surprised to see Cartersville go very conservative here.
Here you see all the fans that travel down I-75 to the Georgia Dome. And there's Cartersville's drives today. 9 plays for 49, 9 plays for 37, and then they had another drive, 8 for 37. Here's the handoff, Allen to Raymond Nesbitt. Nesbitt crosses over the 30-yard line. Still short of a first down, stopped by number 9, Euless Taylor.
I suppose that when you have a back like Nesbitt, no play is really conservative. Nesbitt just breaks that one 8 yards on first down.
It's out to the 31-yard line. Still have 3 yards to pick up a first down. Allen, handoff. That's Nesbitt again. And Nesbitt might have lost a yard on that play. Good defensive stop by number 56, John Brown. So Cartersville is just going to let the clock run out for the first half, maybe one more play. As Lyle Allen gets back on the field. 3rd and 2. And the pitch to Nesbitt. Oh, yeah. Nesbitt stopped cold at the 32-yard line. Good defensive stop by number 45, Rico Burnett. And that's it. The first half is in the books. Washington County, led by great offense and an unbelievable defense, lead it at halftime 14-0 over Cartersville. In this AAA semifinal, it's been a great first half. As we said, coming up at halftime, we have both bands from the schools that'll be taking the field and entertaining us at the half. And let's go downstairs to Gerald Oliveri. Gerald.
I'm here with Coach Tomberlin. Burnett got off to a great start in the first half, but they kind of slowed him down. What are you going to tell him the second half to get him going?
Well, we just need more snaps. You know, our defense is playing really good. Cartersville had a great drive, and we had the great pick. Our defensive coaches anticipated that they may try that slant pattern, and Josh Gordy stepped up and caught it, and I'm just real pleased. 14-0 lead in the Dome at halftime. We usually are a second half team. We're in great physical shape. Cartersville's a great team. Anything can happen, but we're going to come out smoking.
right, well, good luck in the second half, Coach. Back up to you, Jim.
Thanks, Gerald. Coach Rick Tomlin. It's halftime. The festivities begin. Following this break on GPB, Washington County leads it 14-0. And welcome back to the Georgia Dome. Halftime festivities continue with the Purple Hurricane Marching Band under the direction of Jim Altman and David Snipes. The halftime festivities roll on. Let's go downstairs to Gerald Oliveri. Gerald.
Hey, Jim, I'm standing here with another Jim who's actually leading the band over here. I want to ask you, what did you do to prepare for this game, seeing that yesterday was a holiday?
Well, we met early this morning. We worked for a while this morning before we loaded the buses and came on over here. Gave them yesterday off, but we did work hard today before we came.
Talk about the support of the band from the boosters and the parents.
We've got some great support, both from the band parents. They support us very well. The administrative staff of the school system, they really support us well. I'm very proud of that fact. And just the townspeople in general, the community of Cartersville has supported the band better than I've ever seen of any other town.
How special do you think this is for the seniors out there?
I think it's very special for them. We have really been looking forward to this. Right when we started the playoffs, you know, we were hoping that we would make it to the Dome this year.
All right, well, good luck in the second half, Jim.
Thank you.
Let's send it back up to another Jim, Jim Giannacchio.
All right, thank you, Gerald. Great halftime festivities by both bands from Cartersville and Washington County. Of course, Washington County leading it at halftime, 14-0 over Cartersville. The highlights from first half, well, here you go. It all starts off with the big running back from Washington County, number 5, Tyree Burnett. He only needed 41 yards for 2,000 on the year, and here he picks it up on a touchdown run.
Key block thrown by Alfonso Holmes, number 37.
And then it's Lyle Allen at the 8-yard line, gets picked off at the goal line by Josh Gordy, and he is gone. His 5th interception in the postseason for Josh Gordy.
Josh Gordy, once he made the reception, he gets his roll on all the way into the end zone, a key play that stifled that drive for Cartersville.
And it's 14-0 Waco at that point. A lot of big hits in this game, including this one, Mark.
Euless Taylor.
That one kind of changed the momentum of the game right there for Cartersville, didn't it?
Fortunately, Barrett Knapp's came back as we get a look at the halftime stats. Total yards dead even, but look at the rushing yards in favor of Washington County.
And of course, one turnover, and of course that's being a huge difference in this ball game, with Washington County not leading 7-0 but 14-0 because of that turnover. All right, let's go downstairs to Gerald Oliveri. Gerald.
I'm here with Coach Barden. What did you tell your team at halftime?
Well, I just told them to stay with it. You know, we've been like this, has been our year all year long. You know, we'll come out and have some bad plays or have some bad things happen. Washington County made a great drive, the first drive, and went down and scored. And we answered and went down and got inside the 10-yard line and, you know, just made a mistake right there. And, you know, you can't make a mistake against a good football team like that. But, you know, I've done some good things. Just got to keep your head in it, keep battling and plugging, and, you know, some good things will happen for us.
How about number 5 on the other side, Burnett? What did you tell your team in order to get him stopped for the second half?
Well, in the first drive, you know, they made a lot of good runs first drive there. The last couple of times they had the ball, we did a good job of stopping them. So, you know, got to make some stops on defense, and, you know, we got to get some points on offense.
All right, good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Jim, going to be a thriller in the second half.
Sure is. Thank you, Gerald. Second half kickoff coming your way next on GPB. Washington County leads it over Cartersville, 14-0. And welcome back to the Georgia Dome as we get ready for the second half kickoff between Washington County and Cartersville. Golden Hawks have the lead, 14-0. Mark, a great first half, but of course Washington County going into the second half, they're known for their conditioning and their endurance. Rick Tomberlin always has them on a strict schedule all throughout the season from mid-July till now. So, I mean, they're going to be ready for the second half, and Cartersville's got their hands full when it comes to this thing.
Jim, in their first round game against Troup County, they scored 21 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. And it's been a recurring theme for Washington County all throughout these playoffs. Start slow, finish strong.
Of course, Washington County, I mean, making it all the way here to the Dome. I mean, they beat Troup 34-17. You know, Burnett was a big player there. Brandon Hayes had a big touchdown, and Washington County beat Westover 21-0, and then the Washington County topped North Hall up there at their place. So, I mean, and Burnett played a major role in all those games, and here he is again today, standing out.
And the other number 5 for Cartersville, Ramon Nesbitt, actually had a decent first half. They need a compliment to his running ability to see if they can get their ground game going, Cartersville that is, and try to score at the end of a drive.
All right, Jamie Roundtree is set to kick it off for Washington County. Back deep, number 9, Brandon Houston for Cartersville. And this one's fielded by Johnson, and he has it at the 9-yard line. Almost fell out of bounds. Now crosses the 15 to about the 18-yard line. And he is knocked out of bounds by the special teams players of Washington County. Number 37, Alfonso Holmes.
Terrell Johnson with the old double dribble play, the decoy, the fake, and then the sideline tip down the sideline. A very dangerous play for the return man for Cartersville.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 for Cartersville. And they mark the ball at the 19-yard line. Lyle Allen is your quarterback. 3 wideouts, 2 split out to the right side. And on 1st and 10, the handoff goes to Ramon Nesbitt. Nesbitt breaks loose. Across the 30 to the 35 to about the 36-yard line. Ramon Nesbitt, a big-time run for Cartersville. Stopped by number 37, Alfonso Holmes, and number 13, Adam Watts.
Unlike what they did in the first half, Jim, Cartersville comes out, spreads the field with 4 wide receivers, and then just runs Nesbitt right up the middle with that open field for the 1st down.
There you have it. Some big-time fans for Washington County. The House of Pain, the big signs. I mean, they're all here from Sandersville. 1st and 10 for Cartersville. At the 36, Allen, man in motion is Johnson. Pass to Johnson, and he's hit immediately in the backfield. And that's a fumble because the pass was passed behind the receiver.
Behind the line of scrimmage, a dangerous throw as there was penetration. Once again, Washington County in the backfield, led by number 25, Donta Braswell, who was right on the spot, a dangerous spot to throw that screen pass. I should say that pass out of the backfield.
There you see some of the Golden Hawks cheerleaders rooting for their Washington County team. So the ball's at the 28, 2nd and 18. 2 wideouts, 1 to the slot, fake handoff, and back to pass is Allen, and he fires over the middle. Incomplete, intended for Terrell Johnson, and broken up by number 42, Cardinal Coleman.
We talked about the quickness of the Washington County defense up top. There has been very little space to complete passes for Cartersville. The defensive backs very aggressive.
So it brings up a 3rd and 18 for Cartersville.
You have that strong defensive front, allows your defensive backs and linebackers to take a few more chances, and Washington County shows it on each defensive stand.
3 wideouts, 2 to the right. And the fake in the backfield. And here's Allen trying to escape, and he cannot get away from the defenders, loses his helmet on the play. Good defensive play by number 72, Eric Bryan, and number 42, Cardinal Coleman, and number 73, Quinton Nelson.
Lyle Allen drops back to pass, sets up, but the quickness once again takes a shot, just gets decaffeinated right there in the middle of the field.
Trent Dittmer is back to punt for Cartersville on a 4th and long. And his kick is a short kick and goes out of bounds right around the 48-yard line of Cartersville.
Dangerous spot to turn the ball over to Washington County.
So Washington County picks up a 1st and 10 in Cartersville territory.
For those of you just joining us, the player to watch is number 5, Tyree Burnett of Washington County. He's the all-everything back.
Demetrius Robinson is your quarterback. 3 running backs in the backfield on 1st and 10 for Washington County. And the handoff is to Burnett. And Burnett picks up a couple. And stopped by number 35, Darius Benham, and number 4, Chris Cochran.
Coach Frank Tomberlin showing a different look with Burnett dotting the I, 3 running backs deep. Interesting, you notice that Burnett has the
ear holes of his helmet taped up. Wonder if the players tried to prepare for the extra noise here at the Dome by taping up those openings.
Good point. 2nd and 7 for the Golden Hawks. One wide out to the left. Here's the pitch to Burnett. Burnett crosses the 45, is now tackled by James Maxwell. Great open field tackle by James Maxwell.
Give credit to Cartersville reading the line of scrimmage, making penetration as you get a look at some of the supporters here all the way down from Washington County. I bet they don't try that next weekend.
You never know. Big time football fans down in Sandersville. 3rd and 7. Robinson in trouble. Escapes, looks, fires right side, has a man, that's Burnett. And Burnett is brought down at the 22-yard line and stopped by number 12, A.T. Barnes.
Also, Burnett a little bit slow and shaky, getting up, favoring that left leg. Gets to the sideline, shows why he is one of the best backs in the state. Finds space and makes an excellent catch as you get a look at the ground level shot on the roll and the completion to Burnett, who's now going to the sideline, limping off. Burnett, number 5, takes a hit right on the right knee and on the field turf, which has less give than grass. That's a dangerous shot to take.
So a 1st and 10 at the 23 for the Golden Hawks. And the handoff up the middle, and that's Cardinal Coleman.
That's one of those hits, Jim, that you are thankful that the Georgia Dome staff removed the first artificial turf and installed field turf that has the granulated rubber surface that allows the cleats to release a little bit more. That was a dangerous hit on Burnett.
Coach Tomlin calling in the plays.
It could be the kick.
So 2nd and 8 as the clock continues to run here in the 3rd quarter. AAA semifinal from the Georgia Dome. Robinson to Coleman again, and Coleman looking to break tackles. Now a loose ball, and the referees say right away that ball was down.
A great sign to see Tyree Burnett coming back on the field as we get another look from ground level on the hit. Ball coming out after player went down, so Washington County will retain possession.
That brings up a 3rd and 7 just inside the 20. Good shot of Robinson. 2 wideouts. Split to the right, and the pitch. This is Burnett, and Burnett crosses over the 10 to about the 9-yard line. Stopped by number 23, Ty Davis, and number 21, Terrell Johnson.
Tyree Burnett pops up, pulls on the 5-pad and says, I think my knee's okay. Once again, carrying the ball on the inside hand. For him to compete at the next level, he'll have to learn how to get that ball to the sideline. But will be little doubt that he will continue his career coming into this game with over 1,000 yards for the season and over 500 just for the playoffs alone.
1st and goal for the Golden Hawks at the 9. 3 setbacks and the handoff. That's Burnett, and he scores a 9-yard touchdown run by Tyree Burnett, and the Golden Hawk is happy.
Coaches tell players, when you score a touchdown, act like you've been there before. Burnett gets into the end zone and just flips it casually to the official.
So Burnett scores his 2nd touchdown of the day, and it's 20-0 Washington County. Jimmy Roundtree in to attempt the extra point. Straight on kick is up, and it is good. The Golden Hawks lead the Purple Hurricanes 21-0.
Let's go ahead and sing the praises of Tyree Burnett, who entered the playoffs with 22 touchdowns, just steps into the end zone. He's +4, actually, from where he was in 2003. Nothing fancy. just using his quickness and elusiveness to get into the end zone.
Burnett with 117 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. Big day for Tyree Burnett. There you see his numbers.
But the big number, the 9.2 rushing average. Usually the benchmark is anything over 4 is decent. Anything over 5 is ridiculous, but 9.2, that is, as you would say, off the chain.
That 41-yard touchdown run in the first quarter helped too. So he's getting a little taped up.
Well, Burnett is only 175 pounds, so he's taking some punishment down there, Jim, but he seems to take that licking and keep on ticking as he showed us after he took that hit on his knee and came back to score the touchdown.
Jamie Roundtree to kick it off for Washington County. Back deep is Brandon Houston. And this is Johnson at the 10. Johnson to the 20. Johnson to the 25, 30. Turns the corner, 40. Johnson to midfield. And finally brought down by the special teams of Washington County.
Terrell Johnson for Cartersville says we're not dead yet. As you get a look at the run back on the kickoff, Johnson gets a wall to the right side and then flashes speed along the sideline. Eludes the first, second tackler. Now here's the speed coming up as he gets to the sideline, puts that head back and picks up about 20 extra yards.
And it was the kicker, Jamie Roundtree, that finally knocked him out of bounds. So at the 49.5-yard line, Cartersville starts off 1st and 10. Allen, handoff, Nesbitt, 45, 40. And there's a first down. Now we have a flag at the end of the play.
Nesbitt steps over a tackle at about the 45-yard line. We'll sort out the flag, but Nesbitt answering the run of Burnett, who's actually had a decent day, showed nice quickness inside.
This one's going against Waco.
Face mask, 5-yard penalty on the defense. Play results in a first down.
Watch the quick feet by Nesbitt right here. Pow, pow. And he gets into space.
Great hurdle by Nesbitt, and it's 1st and 10 at the 35 for Cartersville. Nesbitt again on the call. He gets to about the 33, pickup of 2, stopped by number 37, Alfonso Holmes.
Unlike the depth of Washington County, what Cartersville needs is an extra back to give Nesbitt a blow in between plays. You're running him back to back. Second play just seemed a little bit more sluggish than the first.
We are 6 minutes away from the end of the third quarter. And the Canes continue to move downfield.
Nesbitt is the only back in the backfield.
On 2nd and 8. And he gets the call, Nesbitt. And we have a flag down as Nesbitt is stopped at the 31. Stopped by number 73, Quinton Nelson.
Strange looking formation for Cartersville as they had 3 receivers lined up tight to the right side of the line of scrimmage trying to carve out some space. We'll see what the flag is all about. But Cartersville trying to go a little bit of trickeration here in the third quarter.
Here's the referee.
Illegal formation, 6 men on the line of scrimmage, offense. Repeat, 2nd down.
I guess that's not in the football book.
So they march it backwards. So for Cartersville, it becomes a 2nd and 13.
That formation a little bit too strange.
Penalties so far, there you see him, Washington County 3 for 15 yards, Cartersville 2 for 10. Coach Barden on the sidelines. 2nd and 13 for his Canes. And now Cartersville calls a timeout. They want to talk it over.
Timeout, Cartersville.
When Cartersville came to the line of scrimmage, Jim, they saw something they didn't like in one of my players that has to go on the all-name team. The linebacker for the Golden Hawks of Washington County, Tony Bloodsaw, the linebacker, was right in the position where that play seemed to be designed, headed to go. So Cartersville did the wise thing, called timeout, and they'll reshuffle the deck on offense.
All right, meantime, earlier today in the AA semifinal, Charlton County beat Laney 18-12. Lemuel Walker had a 6-yard touchdown run right there. And Charlton County, the Indians go on and beat Laney 18-12 in the AA semifinal. So congratulations to the Indians on that big win in the AA semifinal earlier today. There's Coach Tomberlin walking the sidelines. His players playing a good ball game so far, up 21-0 against Cartersville.
You really see Coach Tomberlin smile, but he went over and just gave Tyree Burnett a pat on the right shoulder pad, which for a player is like any other coach saying, well done, son. You've done a good job out there. It's gave him the pat, just walked away. That's all he had to do to give him that sign.
Folks from Sandersville going to have a good trip back tonight. 2nd and 13 at the 38. Allen looking to set up the screenplay, gets it to Taylor, and Taylor gets inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line, short of the first down.
Great call on that play, Jim, as Cartersville had Nesbitt circling out of the backfield. You see number 5 at the bottom of your screen, and changed the play to Brandon Houston in the middle of the field, picking up a sizable gain on that call.
Correction, there it is, Brandon Houston, as you said, for Cartersville. 4:45 to go, third quarter. On a 3rd and 4. Allen, handoff, Nesbitt, up the middle, breaks some tackles. Nesbitt still on his feet. And finally brought down at the 23-yard line. Good defense by Derek Bryant, number 47 from Washington County.
Nesbitt says, I know how to run on this field turf. Watch the plant and the cutback to space, the balance to elude the second tackle and pick up the first down.
There's Ramon Nesbitt's numbers on the day. Not a bad average there as well. 20 carries, 99 yards for Nesbitt.
You can see in that shot, though, Jim, he's got his mouth open trying to get extra oxygen after that last play.
1st and 10 at the 23, 3 wideouts, 1 in motion. Here's the play of the handoff to Nesbitt again. He takes it up the middle, and he's still moving those feet, and I think he got down to about the 20.
Now the problem with that play to Nesbitt, as he took the handoff, seemed to stumble just a bit out of the blocks. Didn't have the gas in the tank, if you will, to get to the line of scrimmage with that extra pop, and he stopped for a very short gain.
There's a good shot of Nesbitt. And some of the fans enjoying the game here under the big top in downtown Atlanta. Rushing yards, Cartersville catching up now as Washington County has that edge. Two-step drop for Allen, and gets it to Johnson. Johnson trying to break free of tacklers. And it looked like they were trying to get something started there, Mark, and it was stopped cold.
He was fortunate that the two players on defense for Washington County, Burnett, they run into each other. The quarterback for Cartersville comes back and makes a block, but on the right side, there was nothing there on the Washington County defense.
Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. 3rd and 7 now for the Canes at the 20. And there you see third down conversions today. Cartersville is 3 of 7. Handoff, Nesbitt up the middle. Nesbitt picks up a couple. Stopped by number 42, Cardinal Coleman.
On that last play, A.T. Barnes for Cartersville was trying to get a block on number 9, Euless Taylor. He of the huge hit in the first half. A few words exchanged after that last attempted block. That may be a matchup to keep an eye on.
So 4th and 5, Cartersville down 21 points, so they'll go for it. There's a good shot at Coach Tomberlin on the sidelines. 3 wideouts, 2 split to the right. Fake handoff to Nesbitt. Pass is complete to Johnson, but he can't go anywhere after catching the ball, and that's going to be a turnover and downs. Adam Watts, number 13, comes up with the big defensive play.
The responsibility of the receiver is to know where the first down marker is, especially if you're going to turn and face your quarterback. The receiver for Cartersville comes up about 2 yards shy. You can see him turn and face, but the tackle for Washington County made by Adam Watts is right on the spot.
So Washington County takes over on downs at their own 16-yard line with just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Now I would say probably look for a ball control offense from here.
Could look to see Washington County go very conservative, especially with the field position.
Robinson with 3 backs in the backfield, and the handoff goes to Burnett.
Another thing you notice, Jim, is that the play clocks that are usually activated behind each goalpost have not been on this entire game, so the players have had to rely on the timing on the field to get their plays off.
That's a good point. There you see it. And the clock's right above the that little square above the goalpost there. It's usually where they have the countdown. 2nd and 8 for Waco at the 18-yard line. And the pitch goes to Burnett, and Burnett breaks over the 20 to about the 24-yard line and stopped by number 21, Terrell Johnson.
You may have a hold way back at the 15-yard line, one of the few penalties called against Washington County. A very disciplined team, especially along the offensive front.
Holding on the offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
Good call, Mark. Quite a shot Burnett took there. So Washington County deep in their own end at their own 7-yard line. 2nd and 19. And the handoff to Burnett, and he gets caught in the backfield. Looks like he lost a yard on the play.
Excellent penetration by Chris Cochran, a player whose name we've called a few times on defense. He plays at linebacker and defensive back. Gets low, wraps up right around the hips, just like they draw it up in the football book. Coaches teach day in, day out about breaking down in technique, getting yourself into a point where your leverage is lower than the player carrying the ball. Excellent job that time.
Some future Waco High students. There you see the plays run. Cartersville's run 20 more plays, but they're down by 21 on the scoreboard. Cardinal Coleman gets the call. As the time starts to run down in the third quarter. 3 quarters in the books as Washington County leads it over Cartersville 21-0. A lot of the players on the sidelines have 4 fingers up. As we head to the fourth quarter, Washington County 21, Cartersville nothing. And welcome back to the Georgia Dome as we get set for the fourth quarter between Washington County and Cartersville. Interesting stat we had just shown you moments ago, Mark, that Cartersville runs 43 plays on offense, Washington County 23, so the Golden Hawks are making the most of it.
Well, I got a better stat because in the last 2 playoff games, Washington County has shut out both Westover and North Hall, 21-0. So we're talking about 2.5 games with the donut on the scoreboard.
Washington County set to punt it away. Braswell with the kick. And on the return is Trimble. And Trimble gets inside the 20-yard line. Great return by Jeremy Trimble for the Hurricanes.
Great thing about that return by Trimble is it was a decisive return. Makes the catch, angles to the sideline, just straight ahead running, picks up what he can, doesn't try to mess around and dance, just makes an excellent return inside the red zone.
So it's a 1st and 10 for the Canes. Good field position at the 18-yard line. Quarterback is Lyle Allen, a sophomore, stands 6'3", 180. Allen, handoff to Nesbitt. Nesbitt looks to turn the corner on the left side, looks for his blockers, follows his blockers, and is finally hit by a bunch of Washington County defenders. Good defense by the Golden Hawks.
Player we've called from time to time, Joseph Gilbert, offensive lineman for Cartersville, got a decent block on his side of the field that allowed Nesbitt to get to the outside, bring up a 2nd and short. Anytime you can pick up more than 5 on 1st down, that's a good play.
Ball's at the 13-yard line. In the shotgun is Allen, and Allen keeps it. Breaks some tackles near the 11 and gets down to about the 6-yard line. Good play by Allen, and the stop by number 55, Shirosky Swint, and number 19, Josh Gordon.
Lyle Allen is 6'2", 180. Watching the strength as he makes the ball fake inside and then just keeps on trucking all the way down to the 6-yard line.
So now it's a 1st and goal for Cartersville at the 6. Good shot of the quarterback, Lyle Allen. And the pitch to Nesbitt. Nesbitt looking for room right side and gets inside the 5-yard line to about the 3 and stopped by number 45, Rico Burnett.
If a running back is just the slightest bit indecisive running against Washington County, you're cooked. Nesbitt stops, plants right there, and allowed the defense just enough time to close.
And there's a good shot of Rico Burnett. Defensive tackle for Washington County. 2nd and goal. And the handoff, Nesbitt again up the middle. And he's stopped by number 37, Alfonso Holmes. Big play by the junior.
The contrast on that last running play, Nesbitt takes the handoff and then just lowers his head and gets what he can right over right guard. This is a big play call.
3rd and goal now for the Hurricanes. The ball is marked at the 2-yard line. Two wideouts to the left, 2 backs in the backfield, and the handoff. Terrell Johnson, 2nd effort, touchdown Johnson. Terrell Johnson, the 2nd effort, and the Canes are on the board.
2nd and 3rd effort as he took on Alfonso Holmes and Adam Watts of Washington County and spins into the end zone. Watch the effort, 5 yards deep in the backfield, takes the shot in the shoulder and gets into the end zone.
Trent Dittmer is on the field now to attempt the extra point for the Hurricanes. And his kick is up and good. So the lead is cut down to 14. Washington County 21, Cartersville 7. There you see it, just under 9.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Momentum change? Possibly.
The good news is that Cartersville gets the bagel off the scoreboard. The bad news is with 9 minutes and 25 minutes remaining, they've got to get a huge defensive stop on the next series.
Good play by Johnson to get in the end zone. And some of the fans and cheerleaders from Washington County. And of course the folks from Cartersville who made the trip down south from the northwest corner of the state. Ten games in 2 days, 39 hours of football on GPB. Big weekend of football.
I just hope our cameramen have their cots in the basement.
5 plays, 19 yards. 2 minutes and 25 seconds on that scoring drive. And of course, Johnson caps it off with a 2-yard touchdown run. Trent Dittmer is your kicker to kick it off for Cartersville. Hawks rule. So far they have today. Washington County, most of their men are up near the 20-yard line or towards the front, towards the 50-yard line. So we've got everybody stacked up.
They're thinking squib kick.
Squib kick, yeah. Here's Dittmer to kick it. And he's a squib, but it goes right down the middle where nobody was. Finally taken by Burnett. Burnett trying to escape some tacklers and is finally brought down around the 12-yard line by number 23, Ty Davis. So that's where Waco will take over, 1st and 10.
Cartersville's defense, Jim, may turn a little bit more adventuresome on this drive. You may watch the defensive ends trying to pinch down the line of scrimmage to see if they can get into the backfield of Washington County. Unfortunately, sometimes those kinds of aggressive tactics can lead to big plays for the other side.
So 1st and 10 for Waco at the 13-yard line. Robinson, your quarterback. And the handoff to Burnett. Burnett crosses over the 20 and is brought down immediately at the 21-yard line by Darius Benham. Earlier we asked Coach Tomlin about what was special about this year's team.
Well, the interaction with the players and the other coaches, the camaraderie between not only our coaches, but coaching in general is a fraternity. And the fact that you can teach youngsters to work hard, to sacrifice with no promises, and but one thing they can count on, if they work hard, they have a chance to have good results. And I think our youngsters have learned to work and to pull together as a group to a common goal.
Tyree Burnett gets the call again for Washington County. Coach Tomlin, boy, I tell you what, he is one of the best in the state. Burnett was stopped by Natch, and we had a flag on that play. Coach Tomlin has these players all the time, Mark, and in the weight room. And it really makes a big difference in the 4th quarter. Every game they play.
He's not happy with the 2nd consecutive holding call against his offensive line that will move Washington County closer to the shadow.
On the offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat 2.
Of their own end zone.
Well, field position becoming important here for Cartersville. If they can stop the Golden Hawks and get that ball back.
Also, they've got to be taking time to look at the clock. 8:37 in the 4th quarter. You need to stop clock.
Coach Barden on the sidelines for Cartersville in his 9th year with the Hurricanes. 2nd and 14, Robinson looks left side, now looks to run the ball, runs into traffic is what he does, and is brought down by number 9, Brandon Houston of Cartersville.
You may catch Washington County offsides on the last play call, as it was probably one of the more disorganized plays they've run all afternoon. You can see the quarterback set up looking for someone short. Nothing there.
Motion on the offense. Penalty decline. Beat down. Correction, 3rd down.
So Waco's faced with a 3rd and long at their own 10-yard line. They need to get the ball out to about the 28-yard line. So it's 3rd and 18.
Cartersville's defense trying to turn to their supporters on the near sideline for some noise.
On 3rd and 18, Robinson drops back, looks and fires downfield, has a man, and it's incomplete for Burnett. Euless Taylor was there on defense, and now there's a flag thrown.
You're going to have interference against James Maxwell. Watch the stride, step for step on a beautiful throw deep downfield. Number 7 comes in. A little bit of contact. A little bit of contact. As the people on the near sideline from Cartersville are not happy with the play call, but it will bring up a 1st down on that last 3rd and long. Here's the call.
Pass interference on the defense, 15 yards, automatic 1st down.
Just what you did not want on the 3rd and long. Give credit, though, to Washington County for pulling out the long pass down the sideline. I see you shaking your head. What are you thinking?
Well, I'll tell you what, they had him planted back there at the 10-yard line, right? And one play. 1st and 10 for Washington County at the 8:09 mark. That's Coleman getting the call. He stopped right away. Stops by number 9, Brandon Houston.
Washington County will be perfectly comfortable to keep the ball in the middle of the field, use Burnett over guard, keep him in bounds. On the 2nd down call, we're already inside of 8 minutes.
Second and 9 at the 27. Hand off Burnett. Burnett crosses over the 30. Burnett still on his feet. Gets up to the 35-yard line. Close to another 1st down. Stopped by number 60, Mike Fair.
A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Burnett on the last handoff made 2 great moves right beyond the line of scrimmage. Again, it's not the long runs that make Burnett special. It's the runs that he picks up 5, 6, 7 yards when there's nothing there.
Coming up with the big plays, and there you see Burnett's numbers on the day. 19 carries, 128 yards, and 2 scores. Clock continues to run. We're under 7 minutes to go. 3rd and 1 at the 35-yard line. And the handoff up the middle. Coleman, he picks up the 1st down and more as he crosses over the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 40, but it's a 1st down for Washington County.
We've been talking about Tyree Burnett. Washington County also has a secret weapon in Brandon Hayes, a senior fullback and linebacker who actually had a 47-yard run last week. He's the blocking back, but he's very dangerous when he carries the ball.
Under 6.5 to play. Time continues to run. 3 backs in the backfield, and the handoff to the last one coming through. That's Burnett. Burnett is stopped at the 45-yard line by number 23, Ty Davis.
Okay, I'm going to stop talking about him after this play. One thing about Burnett, you know, he's always moving forward. Never seems to take contact and be thrown in the opposite direction. That's the last thing I'm going to say about him positively.
Well, I'll tell you this. Rick Tomlin has said about Burnett, he says he may be the best back in the state. I think he's a great football player. Tomlin has a lot of respect for Tyree Burnett.
High praise when you consider the quality of running back turned out by Washington County.
2nd and 5 for Waco. Handoff up the middle. That's Alfonso Holmes. And Holmes gets to midfield. Stopped by number 2, Jeremy Trimble.
Notice between plays, Washington County taking the extra time. We're going to have a measurement as the last run by Holmes. Nothing fancy. Just a simple runoff tackle. About 3 inches. This is one of those gimme calls. A second and about 3 inches. You can do just about anything you want on this next play call. Washington County went up deep on the 3rd and long call. Now, if Rick Tomlin is feeling aggressive, he may put it up here.
So 3rd and inches, and here you see this drive, 7 plays, 33 yards. The big thing is they've eaten up almost 5 minutes on the clock. Camera crew has every angle covered here at the Georgia Dome. Great shot there. 3rd and inches. And it's Coleman getting the 1st down for Washington County. Cardinal Coleman. So the Golden Hawks, Mark, keep marching downfield.
Seems inevitable at this point, the way that Washington County has dominated the line of scrimmage. We thought one of the key matchups coming in would be the defensive front of Cartersville. They've stood their ground, but they really just haven't been able to stop the running game led by Burnett.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line of Cartersville. One wide out, split to the right. Two backs in the backfield, and the pitch goes to Burnett. Burnett creates a big play out of nothing right there, just like you were talking about before, Mark.
Well said. The play design come to the near side left. Burnett sees nothing there, plants, and just turns the play into his own artistic masterpiece by cutting it back to the right side. The pitch to Burnett. Watch the stop. Well, no, I think I'll go this way.
And he was brought down by Barrett Knapp. Good play by Knapp. 2nd and 1. And the handoff up the middle. Another first down for Waco. Cardinal Coleman picks up another first down. The clock continues to run. They'll move the change, and then the clock will run. There you see the fans from Sandersville.
Let's give credit to Cartersville. They really fought through a lot of adversity this season. No one really expected them to get this far to the semifinals in the Dome. So they have nothing, absolutely nothing to hang their heads about. Because teams that get invited to the final 10, these are all special teams.
Under 4 minutes to play on a 1st and 10. Pitch to Burnett, lost it there for a minute, now picks it up, crosses the 35-30. Burnett still on his feet and gets down to about the 28-yard line, stopped by number 12, A.T. Barnes.
Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to say about Burnett. When he takes the pitch, the ball hits his shoulder pad, but he doesn't turn his eyes away from the point of where the play is designed to go to. He feels for the ball on his shoulder pad, picks it up, and takes the ball to the outside.
Great recovery by Burnett. Here it is again.
He takes the stutter step, almost freezing the defense, keeps his eyes on the prize, and picks up 5 yards.
So it's 2nd and 5. At the 29. Handoff, Coleman goes straight up the gut. Pick up maybe 2 to about the 27-yard line.
Cartersville gets a timeout with 2:54 remaining in the ball game.
Timeout, Cartersville. 2nd team timeout.
When Rick Cumberland calls his team to the sideline, it's interesting. They all have a formation. When they listen to him, they take a knee automatically. It's a very organized huddle as you get a look at him on the sideline, coaching it as if this is a 1-point ball game, up by 2 scores with 1 minute, well, 2 minutes and 54 seconds remaining. This is a team that practices every day, like I said last practice.
Yeah, they really do. The conditioning that those players go through is just amazing. And there you see the fans from Cartersville. And of course, the winner of this one plays the winner of tomorrow's semifinal game here at the Georgia Dome. LaGrange and ML King go at it this time tomorrow here on GPB. 3rd and 3. And it's Burnett. And I think he stopped short of a first down. Brought down around the 26-yard line. By number 74, Ian Smith.
You heard someone on the sideline holler, "Watch the sweep." Now, this is not the point in the game you want to run sweeps. Washington County comfortable just keeping the ball inside the hash marks.
4th down and 3 for Washington County. You saw the 0 for 1 on 4th down today. Coleman gets the call. And second effort, I think he might have it. Stop by Chris Cochran, the linebacker. They'll measure this one.
There's big Cardinal Coleman, 6'1", 210, coming to the sideline on the last handoff. Just covered up with both hands and got what he could.
Wow. That's short. So Cartersville takes over on downs.
About 6 inches shy, but nothing to be ashamed of on that drive for Washington County because they accomplished exactly what they wanted, which was to burn clock.
Some of the fans enjoying the game down here at the Georgia Dome. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line for Cartersville. 2:01 to play. Allen looks downfield, has a receiver. Good play by Josh Gordy to break up that one. Intended for number 2, Jeremy Trimble.
Gordy, listed as a defensive back / wide receiver, played that ball as perfectly as you can play it, judging the trajectory and coming in and knocking away at the last second.
As time starts to run down, there's the timeout situation. Washington County has all 3, probably will not use them though. Cartersville has 1 left. 4 wideouts, 2 split to each side on 2nd and 10. And the pass is complete to number 12, A.T. Barnes, but he's hit immediately by number 13, Adam Watts.
You haven't seen many missed tackles by Washington County. When they close, they wrap up, and they stop you.
So a 3rd and 10, make it 3rd and 11. This is Allen looking downfield again, has a man, and that's Terrell Johnson. And they're going to rule that a catch. Even though he dropped the ball after being touched there at the 39-yard line, that's a 1st down.
Donta Braswell, number 25, who gets in on the hit, comes up a bit shaky on the last play.
Here's Allen back to pass again, in trouble, and down goes Allen. Big defensive play by number 56, John Brown.
Flag came in late as the quarterback was being spun to the turf. They may catch him for an intentional grounding, but that had a funny look to it because you can't be grounding in that direction.
5-yard face mask on the defense to keep 1st down.
Okay, I take it all back.
Coach Barden with his quarterback, Lyle Allen.
Tomberlin giving the referees an earful on the sideline.
And he's up 14 points.
I'd hate to see him involved in a close game.
So the ball's marked at the 33-yard line, a 1st and 10 for Cartersville. Here's Allen looking downfield, and it's incomplete.
Triple coverage.
Intended for number 21, Terrell Johnson.
Washington County, Jim, as they have all afternoon. Tremendous coverage in the defensive backfield.
Brings up a 2nd and 10.
Tomberlin's still not happy. Somebody tell him he's up 2 touchdowns with a minute to go.
Well, his players played tough right to the last minute, and so does he. There's Allen looking deep again. Has a man down the right side. Incomplete. Into and out of the hands of number 12, A.T. Barnes.
Just when Cartersville has what they want, you can't make the connection. Barnes has the ball come over his outside shoulder. It's a difficult catch to be sure, but he's behind 2 defenders and just short arms it.
So that brings up a 3rd and 16. There you see 4 wideouts for Cartersville. They look to go deep one more time. Here's Allen looking left side. Has a man incomplete. Good defensive play by the Washington County defense intended for number 7, James Maxwell.
Number 37, Alfonso Holmes for Washington County was the first player on the spot getting a hand in. Actually had a play, a thought of making an interception on that last pass. Here's Holmes. This is when playing football becomes very easy if you're on defense. You've had a great afternoon. You can see players signaling to the crowd on the far sideline. This is time when it doesn't hurt at all. All those practices are worth it right now.
That's right. That's right. It's all worthwhile. 4th and 16. Here's Allen. Over the middle, in and out of the hands of Nesbitt. And that's pretty much going to do it for Cartersville.
A courageous effort by Lyle Allen, the quarterback of Cartersville, just comes up short. You can't help but look back, Jim, to the interception in the first half that really turned the tide when Cartersville was driving and could have tied the game at 7. It's turned by a Washington County 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. 14-0.
You are so right. 58 seconds to go, and looks like Washington County will go to the finale next week. Mark, it's been a lot of fun, buddy.
You know, I was thinking the same thing. It's been a pleasure to work with you again. What is this, our 4th year?
I think so.
So give me a pound.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what. And the fans are ready for the championship game for Washington County. As Robinson takes another knee. And that closes out this semifinal here at the Georgia Dome. And look at that, there's a smile on Coach Tomberlin's face.
Finally, as he gets a pound on the sideline and accepts the congratulations of his assistant coaches.
So Washington County makes the trip up from Sandersville and takes care of Cartersville. The final 21-7. And Rick Tomberlin and the Golden Hawks will play in the AAA final next week, either against LaGrange or ML King. The Lions and the Grangers go at it this time tomorrow here at the Georgia Dome.
Washington County demonstrating exactly why they've been in the playoffs 13 straight years and why they've sent as many as 66 players to colleges with scholarships. Just a dominating performance today.
And the traditional handshakes at the end of the ball game. Great sportsmanship by both teams, as they do all the time here, each and every game played throughout the state. It's just a good sight to see. Golden Hawks celebrate and move on to the championship. All that hard work, like you said, from July 19th forward, from that first day they met, all those sessions of lifting weights and practices and studying the playbook, it's all paid off now.
And we've talked enough about Tyree Burnett. Let's give props to the offensive line of Washington County. Bryant, Walker, Usry, Jenkins, and Helton really did an excellent job of paving the way all afternoon for them.
All right, let's go downstairs to Gerald Oliveri. Gerald.
I'm here with Coach Tomberlin. Congratulations, Coach, man. How do you think you were able to win this game? What do you think it took for you to win this game?
Them Hawks die hard. They die hard. And we play 4 quarters. And the Cartersville's got a great team. And my hat's off to them. Heck, everybody here is good, you know. But I'm real proud of our coaches and our players, especially our defense. And I thought we had a great drive to run out the clock there at the end and just came up a little short. But 2 outstanding teams. We're just glad to get the win.
This is your 6th trip here. Where does this rank with all the rest?
Oh, they're all special. It's like your children. You can't say one's more important than the other one. But it's big. And we're 4-2 in the Georgia Dome. It's a great feeling to be going to the state championship game.
Also, talk about Burnett for a second and that explosive run that he had.
Well, I think he's the best back in the state. No disrespect to anyone else. I know there's a lot of great backs out there. He plays a lot of heart. He's overcome a lot of adversity. I'm just real proud of him. I'm glad he's on my side.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
We also have Josh Gordy here, returning the interception. How you doing, Gordy?
All right.
What was it like when you returned that interception 100 yards?
Well, I thought he wasn't going to throw it because he seen me sitting right there in the slant lane. He looked right at me. He threw it right to me. When I caught it, I knew I was going to the end zone with it.
You switched over from cornerback to free safety about midway through the season. It's, kind of an adjustment for you, but you got it going once you got it going.
Yes, sir. Yeah, a real big change. I didn't know how I was going to do it first, but it just came out excellent.
And this is your senior year. How special is this for you, man?
Real special, because last year we were so close to going to the championship, and now in my senior year, I'm glad we're going to the championship. And
congratulations, Josh. We also got one more over here. We got Burnett, the star running back. How's that run, man?
It was all right. I mean, I knew I can get it. It wasn't hard.
So how's this experience been for you? This is your senior year.
I mean, I always dreamed to go to a championship, so I guess my dream came true. But last year I couldn't play. I got into a little trouble with the coach, but I made up for it this year.
So what is this experience like coming down here and playing in the Dome?
It's fun to me. I mean, when I first walked in, I couldn't believe it. I mean, my eye was just shocked.
Also noticed that you had some tape over your ears. What was that for?
They did something I did like before the first playoff game, so we kept winning, so I kept it on there.
All right, well, good luck, and good luck in the championship game. It's a great game, Jim. Back up to you.
All right, Gerald, good job. So Tyree Burnett, Josh Gordy, great ball game for both players. We're going to move on. That's the end of the AAA semifinal. Washington County wins it 21-7.